Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's now 11 months in my recovery since my hair transplant, which I did in Turkey last year. I've been doing these updates every month. So 11 updates, guys. I'm gonna try and not repeat myself today. I'm going to go through the time lapse which I prepared with the images and videos that I've taken over the time, and I'm going to explain what's happening so that you can see exactly what is the process of the recovery. And I've already talked about what the procedure involves. I talked about my research and everything in my previous videos. So if you want to know more about the whole thing, and this is the first video that you're catching on my channel, make sure to check out the playlist of the hair recovery. I've got so many videos and I've explained everything again and again. And in my next video, my 12th month, the first year, again, I'm going to go through everything. So hopefully these videos are going to help you prepare for your journey if you're doing this. And probably if you're watching this video, you are preparing or you are thinking of having a hair transplant. So the hair transplant I had was FUE. This is the one where they take single hair follicles from your own hair. You're your own donor, usually the back and the sides of your head. And they're transplanting them, you know, in the areas that are problematic. In my case, it was the crown here and the front as well. I needed to make my hair thicker. My hair was looking very similar to this before the hair transplant, but it's definitely thicker, and we're going to see now the difference. Okay, so let's open this video now and start from day one. This is the day after the surgery. So quick update, it is the morning after the operation. I had a somewhat good sleep. I mean, I was very wary about not moving side to side or anything, so I didn't really sleep sound. But so here what I mean is that straight after the surgery and for the first couple of weeks, you're not allowed to be sleeping on the sides because of the way the blood flow goes and everything. So you don't really want to be staying on one side for too long because that is not good for the healing and everything. So this is why for the first couple of nights, I wasn't sleeping, you know, completely, but you get used to it. It was a decent sleep and no pain, which is good. I'm still a little bit swollen. My head still feels a little bit numb. Okay, so there is swelling that you get, and usually within a couple of days it goes away. I was given a hairband, which you will see in the follow-up videos, and I also had a very soft hat, which was mainly to protect from dust and stuff like that. So typically people, you know that after a hair surgery you can't really wear hats, but this was a very soft one, and I was wearing it for the first couple of weeks. It's nothing too uncomfortable, and I do have painkillers, but I did not take them because I did not need them. Now I just took my before breakfast pill, and I had breakfast, so now I will be taking the 2 pills for after breakfast. We have now I can't find the picture. I think I took pictures of these, but I can't find it right now, so I will try to find them for the next time. I didn't take note of what the pills were, but from what I remember, they were mostly things like paracetamol, and there were all some other painkillers that I didn't take because I just didn't really want to take painkillers. If I needed them, I would have taken. And there was a pill that was suppressing the immune system so that you know, the transplant doesn't get rejected. So there was also couple of other pills, and an antibiotic, which I also didn't take. And the antibiotic was just in case that you react, you know, to the surgery or something like that. But I was pretty sure that I had prepared myself to be quite healthy and everything. So I took my risk and I didn't take the antibiotic, but generally it's advisable that you do. Here, Predno and Corespin. Oh, okay, so these are the names of the pills that I'm taking. And then I'm going to get my wound dressed and, you know, just to check everything. So I'm waiting now to be picked up from the hotel and go to the clinic. You can actually see how it looks today. It is a bit more red here, and these are starting to get really dark, which is what I expected anyway, because that's what I've seen with other people. Okay, so this is the next day, and this is at the airport because I stayed for a couple of days after the operation. And then as I returned, I recorded a video where I was showing all of the supplements and things that I was given by Cosmedica. You will find out in my previous videos, I talked about the different shampoos and foam in the beginning I was using, and serums, oral supplements, all kinds of things. So this was all provided by the clinic. And this is day 3. So on the 3rd day, you already see that the redness is really not showing that much. All right, well, it's day 4 now. I can see that I'm getting some of this, a little bit of a crust here on the spots that were implanted. Every now and then I'm getting a little bit of an itch, and I'm using the foam that they gave me. Also, of course, I'm spraying it every couple of hours with the solution they provided. Okay, so this is a solution that was just to humidify the area, and you would, for the first 3 or 4 days, I was using it until I run out. And also I was showering first with a foam that you apply for 20 minutes, half an hour, and then after that you have a gentle shampoo. And very important, after you shower, you don't really use a towel. And during shower, you don't use the shower head because you don't really want, any strong streams to be going into the spots and stuff like that where they were implanting. So you're using mostly just the tap, or in my case, I would actually put my hands under the shower head so that to soften the, impact of water. And I was doing that for the first couple of weeks. And then after shower, you just tap the head with a paper towel rather than with a normal towel, because normal towel is very rough. Okay, and welcome to day 5. We start seeing noticeable growth. At least I feel it. I hope you can see it on the camera. I don't know if it registers. Well, bear in mind, this is day 5 after having a completely shaven head, right? Because for the operation, they shaved my head entirely. So all of these are new growth. And of course, at the front where we have transplanted hairs, they lowered my hairline. These also became, kind of crust that you rub off and it goes away after a few days. There is no more redness. I'm seeing some, kind of brown, dark brown spots. And I think it looks really good so far. Yeah, it does. So this is at the end of the first week. I think for 1 week, this is quite a noticeable growth. Now this is in the 2nd week, and we see here that it really looks like the hair has grown a lot. So by the 10th day and the 12th, we see a lot of scabbing. This is normal. The scabbing goes on for a good week, maybe even more, couple of weeks, and then it goes away. So this is now at the end of the 1st month, and we can see that the hairs have grown quite a bit. What you will notice is that the hair looks a little bit like baby hair. It's way too fine and gentle, and it doesn't also have any shape, it just grows in every direction, because you really get the shape once you start, shaping your hair. Like when you have a little bit of a longer hair and you start combing it in a certain direction and everything, it will take that direction, but naturally it wouldn't, because it was just shaved and transplanted. Okay, so this is now 6 weeks. We are starting to have a little bit of longish hair, but still it looks very fine, and it's very much a baby hair. I would say by the 3rd month is when I was ready to really have a hairstyle. Up until this point, 9 weeks, even 10 weeks, it's not really a hairstyle. It's just very short hair. Also, another thing that is important is at this stage, you should not be using any machine. If you're cutting your hair, if you want to keep it, short and trim it and everything, you cannot be using machines. It has to be all done by scissors. Now here we see 14 weeks. This is where I started having a hairstyle. This is when I started shaping it in a certain direction, the way I wanted to wear it. And I think around the 4th month was the first time that I trimmed it on the sides, because I wanted to grow it longer, but on the sides it was getting too long. So at this point I was already trimming it. Now you would notice here at 21 weeks, as the hair is getting longer, it starts to be quite noticeable here in the middle that it's a little bit less dense than the rest of the head. So for the moment I was even worried here around the 21st, 23rd, up to 34th week. I was worried that this is kind of too noticeable and maybe I didn't do enough grafts. What I forgot to mention is that I took 4,000 grafts. And during consultations it was suggested maybe 4,500 grafts, but I didn't really want to go over a second day of surgery, so I decided to stop at 4,000. So yeah, 4,500 was going to be originally what they suggested, and it was my decision to only go for 4,000 grafts. In some of my consultations it was suggested that 3,500 grafts will be enough, so I thought 4,000 is definitely going to be sufficient, and quite frankly right now I'm very happy with that decision. So we can see here that the hair is growing faster, and also there are good days and bad days. I mean, sometimes my head is just you know, it depends on how I sleep and something. We could see more on the middle here on some days, and on other days it's completely hidden. So it's different sometimes, but here after the 34, 35 weeks we can really see, we can really notice that this gap is closing in, and it's now more dense at the back. This is at 37 weeks. You can almost not see it anymore. It is the most natural way as it is right now. So this is at 38, 39 weeks. This is why I'm saying that I was worried for a moment, but I'm no longer worried. And now we're getting to the last few weeks. This is at 43. And there we are, 48 weeks. This is how the hair is looking right now. You can also see it right here. I haven't washed it today, so right now it's not in its best state. Of course, when it is just washed, it's looking much better, more fluffy and everything. When it starts getting a little bit dirty and oily, then you start seeing it, you know, it starts kind of being more obvious where I have the gap and everything, but it's not a real gap. It's not what it used to be before, guys, and this is the most important part. The main idea is that it shouldn't really look like a fake hair. Many people were saying, oh, this hair looks really nice, and I still have to remind them this is my hair. It's just been moved from one spot to another, but it's still my hair. And because I was my donor, I needed to make sure that I prepare my hair as well. And I'm talking about preparation in my previous video, so make sure to catch this one. I'm gonna link it here. And then also make sure to catch the next one, where I will be doing a full recap of everything from start to finish. Again, I will be talking about how I chose Cosmedica, you know, how I picked the clinic that I selected, why Istanbul, what was the procedure like, you know, what did it involve and everything. And then, of course, the healing process, the recovery. So I will cover all of that in the next video. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'm gonna see you there.